Hey guys, welcome to the next lesson. I adjusted my volume on the webcam, so hopefully we won't get that buzzing sound. Move this out of the way. So yeah, a couple reasons why I'm doing this lesson. First of all, I finally got my new guitar that I was planning to get, so I sort of wanted to show it off, I guess, a little bit. I was thinking of getting a Carvin because a lot of people told me it was good and it's custom built and stuff. But I sort of had my heart set on another guitar, so I ended up getting it. I got a gem by Apprenez. This is actually not mine. Actually, it's I bought it at Guitar Center, and they sold it to me for $2,200 without tax. But they didn't have a brand new one in stock. This is a store display model, so they let me keep this one until they get the new one in stock. So this is not actually mine, but I'm playing with it for the next couple weeks till mine comes in. So yeah, it's actually my first guitar with a Floyd Rose, and I never really knew how hard these were to use. Actually, they're not too hard, but you just have to learn how to actually maintain it and set it up. And I had no idea how to use one, so the first time I tried to tune it, the whole bridge was coming up here, and I still couldn't get in tune. But I finally figured out how to use it properly, so that's good. But yep. Okay, so we have quite a few things we're going to cover in this lesson. Hopefully the sound is not too quiet or too loud. I haven't really had a chance to test it out, but let me get the wires connected here. Alright. Okay. So hopefully that's not distorting. If it is, I'm probably going to re-record it because the last one distorted, and I promised you it wouldn't re-distort. And if it is, I'll re-record it, so you probably won't be seeing this if it does. Whoops, I just realized you can't really see my guitar. Let me change the camera a little bit so you can actually see what I'm doing on the guitar. Can you see it a little bit better? I'll put my leg up so you can see it a little better. Okay, so yeah, I'm actually starting to learn a little more now. It's actually sort of fun having this Floyd Rose, because I never really knew much about tremolos, but I'm just trying. Yeah, it's sort of fun to play with. So for people who have a fixed bridge, I seriously recommend just buying one. Maybe a cheap one just to play around with. It's something completely new that I've never really gotten to experience. It's actually really fun for me. Try and play different styles of songs. So yeah. Anyhow, I've pretty much covered all the techniques that I wanted to cover, at least for the basic series. I mean, it's all about just practicing, making sure that you get more comfortable with it, I guess. But so I guess I'm going to start teaching some songs that people requested, and just, I don't know, just trying to figure out more stuff to teach. But for now, I've pretty much covered what I wanted to. I mean, I want you to keep working, even the basic drills. I still do those drills every day, pretty much. So, and keep working on the hammer-ons and pull-offs. I mean, all that stuff is really important. And then I'd also say keep working on your improvisations. It's something that adds a completely different dimension to guitar playing, and where you're actually creating music instead of just playing what everyone else has already made. So I'd say keep working on improvisation. Okay, so I guess first thing, someone asked me how to play the introduction to the song "One" by Metallica. They said they weren't getting a good amp sound. I'm not exactly sure what they use in the actual song. This is sort of the sound that I have set up on my guitar for One. I mean, I think it matches the actual song pretty well. What it is, it's sort of like a low gain. It's like a clean sound, but I put a chorus on it and I put some delay on it. So if you listen to it, you can hear the delay on there. So I think it sounds pretty good to me. Okay, so anyhow, yeah. I don't really listen to this song a lot. I know it sort of got popular after Guitar Hero and stuff, but and I sort of tabbed it out by ear. Just a very introduction. If you want to learn the rest of the song, I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and teach entire songs out. So if you want to learn it, I'd say go download the tab and learn how to play it. But I'll teach the beginning intro. So it starts out with your. Now this song is like, if you listen to it, it sounds really smooth and sort of soft sounding. So you don't want to make it. You don't want to make it staccato. You want to make it sound. You want to let all the notes ring out and make it sound sort of smooth. Yeah, you sort of get the feeling of the song better that way. So what the actual notes are is you're going to be on the 5th string, which is the A string, and you're going to be 2nd fret. Then the 4th string, or the D string, is going to be the 4th fret. So 2nd and 4th on the 5th and 4th strings. So it's here and here. And what you're doing is you're sort of pedaling between the 2 strings. So first note is going to be A string, 2nd fret, right? And then the next note is going to be the 4th string, 4th fret, and go back to the A string or the 5th string, 2nd fret. And then you're going to play open string, open string for the 4th string. So it's going to sound like this. Now, in order to get that really smooth sound, you should sort of curl your fingers a lot, because you want to make sure the notes ring out. So you hold your hand down. I mean, don't take your hand off after you play. So you sort of make those notes ring out like this. Yeah, so make sure you curl your fingers so you get that sound. So the first one is that little riff. And the second one, you're going to keep your finger on the 4th fret of the 4th string, but the top finger is going to move. I use my 2nd finger, my middle finger, and I put it, it's going to be the 3rd fret of the 6th low E string. So right here. And then you're going to play the same little pedaling riff. And then lift that finger off of the open 4th string, and you just go back. And that you sort of add this extra G note in, which is the open 3rd string. So it sounds like this. Yeah, anyhow, so if you want to learn the rest of the song, I'd say seriously check out the tabs online. They've got a lot of good tabs online, and you can learn it. Okay, so now I've covered that song. What else do I want to do here? I guess I sort of want to go over one more new technique with you that I haven't taught yet. It's called tapping. I'm sure you've heard of it. You see like the Eddie Van Halen stuff, and you know it looks really good. It's sort of like a show-off technique, like you know what I mean? It looks really cool, but to tell you the truth, it's actually probably one of the easier techniques to do. I mean, it looks cool and stuff, but it's actually pretty easy, so I thought I'd teach it. And the way I do it is, some people use their middle finger and some people use their index finger. In my opinion, it's better to use the middle finger because you can still do picking stuff. So if I'm placing like this, like for the Crazy Train solo, I have to sort of alternate between the picking and the tapping. So if I use my middle finger, it makes it much easier because I can just be tapping here. So right here. And I have to switch to picking again. So it makes it easier for me. I think Eddie Van Halen actually used his index finger, so he would sort of hold his pick with his hand and tap like this. But I'd say just learn it with your middle finger. I mean, I guess if you're more comfortable with your index finger, you can use it, but I would recommend your middle finger. Okay, so tapping. The way I do it is I tend to sort of use a lot of my wrist of coming up and down, and sort of a little bit of my arm too. So I'm using my wrist and my arm. And for me, when I do it, I'm not coming off the fretboard a lot. I'm actually just, you see how close it is? So my finger's actually not coming off, like, it's not doing like that, it's really close. And second of all, when I do it, I tend to, when I tap, I'll go straight on, but as I pull off, I'll go down a little bit, like a little bit. No, I'm not talking like this, not like that, but just slightly down. For me, it gets a better sound than me just coming straight off up. So I go down a little bit. Okay, so why don't I teach you that first little song? It's from Eruption. I don't think it's exactly right, but it sounds fairly similar. So let me teach you how you do it. So you got on your left hand, you're going to be 2nd fret and 5th fret of the B string, which is the 2nd string, and then you're going to be tapping on the 9th fret of the B string. So the pattern is you tap with your 2nd finger down, right, and you pull off. Then your 5th finger comes down. Or your finger comes down on the 5th fret. So it's going to be tap, pull off, hammer on, you can tap. So you want to get that really comfortable and pretty fast. But just take it slow at first, like what I was doing. Okay, so let's learn the rest of this. Okay. So the rest of it is going to be, so you're tapping on the 9th fret and you're on the 2nd and 5th here, right? It's all on the B string. Right, now you're going to move the tapping finger. Instead of the 9th fret, you're going to move up 1 fret to the 10th fret. So it goes like this. Right? So now you're going. So I just move that finger up 1 fret, right? Then you're gonna shift. The next thing is you're gonna shift your left hand. You're gonna shift it, the whole frame up, so that now your index finger is on the 4th fret, and your pinky is now on the 9th fret. Is that the 9th? 7. So now if you want to know what the configuration is, 4th fret, 7th fret, and your tapping finger's on the 10th. Right? Now the next step is to move your tapping finger up to the 12th fret. So now you're just shifting that too. Right? After you do that, you're going to shift your left hand up 1 fret, just the whole shape. So now you're here. Right? And then next step, again, you just shift your right hand, your tapping finger up 1 more fret. So now you're here on the 13th. Right? Now you're going to shift your left hand up another 2 frets. So now you're on the 9th and the 10th. Right, now your right hand's going to shift up another 2. So now you're on the 15th fret. Okay, yeah, so now you're on the 15th fret. Now what I do is I shift my left hand up another 2. So now you're on the 9th and the 12th. Yeah. So from there, and then I just end it with the right hand coming up another 2 frets. So now it's on the 17th. So let me just go through that one more time, right? So the first step is 2, 5, and 9. Now it's 2, 5, 10. Now it's 4, 7, and 10. And now it's going to become 4, 7, and 12. And then now it's going to become 5, 8, and 12. Now it's going to become 5, 8, and 13. Now it's going to become 7, 10, and 13. Next it's going to become 7, 10, and 15. Now it's going to become 7, 10, and 17. Next, last one here is going to be 9, 12, and 17. So the whole thing is going to sound like this. Alright, so that's the basic tapping lesson. You can go ahead and just keep practicing, practice different different patterns. Practice different stuff. So I just say something you just keep working on, but it's not as difficult as it looks, and it's sort of like a good show-off technique.